All right, good morning, everyone. I'm here with Matt with the City of Waukee, and we're going to discuss the new Triumph Park that has recently opened. So, Matt, I'm going to let you kind of take it from here and talk about what the vision was for this park, maybe some of the funding sources, and then your recent grand opening.
Yeah, so Triumph Park opened on June 3rd. Our vision on the overall park, we started back in 2015 when we started working with the school district to identify land that we could partner with them on for their next high school and a regional park. So as it relates to the overall vision of our park, what we needed is we had a lack of ball field space. So we knew that we needed additional ball fields within our community, but then we wanted it to be much more than ball fields. So our vision for this park, it's 66 acres. It includes 12 baseball, softball fields. It has a Miracle League field, an epic playground, and a fishing pier. One of our goals with this park was the identification of an area for the all-inclusive play. So we have the Waukee Betterment Foundation here in our community that we reached out to and asked them if they would like to be a part of this project. And they openly were in agreement to do it. So they actually, over the last 4 years, have been fundraising for the Miracle League field, the Epic Playground, and the fishing pier. The total project cost of that piece was $3 million, and they were able to fundraise all that privately through grants and local businesses. So fundraising $3 million during a pandemic is not very easy, and kudos to them on their ability to get that completed. But that was all privately fundraised and very successful. As it relates to the rest of the park, our goal was to utilize the 11 acres of water for things such as fishing. We have the fishing pier, also the walking trails around the pond, and throughout the complex, really providing a regional destination for anybody and everybody of all abilities to enjoy this park. And so far, we're a few weeks in, and the response that we've received has been overwhelmingly positive as far as the number of people coming to the park and so forth. So.
Wow, and it's a fabulous park. I got the opportunity to visit that just after the grand opening. Is the City of Waukee the sole owner of the project and the ones that are going to be required to do the ongoing maintenance or any additions to the park?
Yeah, so we are the owner of the park. We actually are the owner of even the three components: the Miracle League field, the fishing pier, and the Epic Playground. The Waukee Betterment Foundation was just a fundraising entity that provided money to the city, but it is still owned and operated. The entire 66 acres is owned and operated by the City of Waukee. And then within our department, we will be maintaining it on a daily basis.
So are you guys responsible for any programming and stuff, or the rental of the ball fields that are at that facility then as well?
Yeah, so as far as programming goes, we do within our department, we manage and operate all the rec girls softball, where we have a little over 400 girls out for girls softball. So we manage that program. Outside of that, we are really the facility owner, where outside groups will come and rent the fields to utilize for tournaments or even league play. And we have, so far, up to this point, we've done a little over 700 games so far this month. And we anticipate having tournaments out there every weekend from now until Halloween. So.
Wow, that's fabulous. Did you guys complete every part of the project that you wanted to, or is there any plans for a phase 2 or 3 later on down the road there with any additional land that you have?
So as it relates to Triumph Park, we were able to complete the entire project in one phase. with the help of, the Waukee Betterment Foundation and their fundraising efforts. The rest of the complex was funded through local option sales tax revenues. So we were actually very fortunate to do it all in one phase versus in our initial planning stages, we were going to do it in 3 or 4 phases. So the complex itself is completed, and and we're very happy with how it turned out.
Great. The location right next to that new high school is very unique and a great setting, and able to utilize that additional parking lot at the high school, I thought was a very unique opportunity as well. So those are things you don't want to fundraise for.
Yeah, those are the things that are hard to fundraise for, but cost a lot of money as it relates to parking. One of the reactions that we've had so far from the large tournaments that we are hosting on the weekends is we believe that we hit the parking number perfectly. We have not had any parking issues. We are, as you said, we are very fortunate to have opportunities for overflow parking should it become necessary. But we have right at about 1,000 parking stalls, and it seems to be adequate up to this point. And like I said, we're very fortunate that we do have options very close by for additional parking.
Great. Anything else about the project, Matt, that you'd like to add in here?
Yeah, I think just all the different partnerships. This project didn't just happen by the city of Waukee working and having a vision. The partnerships from the joint partnership at the very beginning with the school district to look at those opportunities that, that we could work together as it relates to purchasing the land, sharing parking, all those things that become an issue for a complex of this size. That partnership was critical with the success or to provide to the success of this overall complex. But then even our partnership with the Waukee Betterment Foundation and their fundraising efforts to make this much more than a baseball softball complex. Also, our partnership with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. We've been stocking this pond for 2 years now. So, on day one, the ribbon cutting event, we had fishing out there, and that's probably one of the comments that we're getting the most is the fishing is great. Kids are actually catching fish. There's nothing better than walking down to the fishing pier and having a young child that tells you that they've caught 22 fish in that day, So that partnership has been great, very successful, provides to the overall atmosphere of the facility. There's nothing better than going out to one of these tournaments. And now that people have been to our complex maybe a couple times to see, we're constantly seeing on the weekends, we're seeing baseball teams that have brought their fishing poles with them. And now in between games, they're sitting there in their baseball uniform fishing. So it's much more than a baseball softball complex. And that's what we're most proud of here with this project is there's something for everyone, whether it might be brother or sister that isn't participating in a tournament that has plenty of things they can do while at the tournament. And I think that's what makes this project so special.
Great. It's all good information. So if you haven't had a chance to go out to Waukee's new Triumph Park, I suggest you guys check that out. And it sounds like you've got ball games all the way through to late fall even. So thanks so much, Matt, for your time here today. This is Kelly Johnson Rose signing off with the Iowa Park and Rec Association.